Hey Viv, so thanks so much for jumping on. I know that watching the World Cup right now is like really annoying, these time zones, and then catching up with people also from halfway across the world is also tough. But thanks so much. I think it's a unique opportunity for us to speak with you after a really interesting game. Would love to, I mean, you're a footballing brain. First off, for anyone that's doesn't know, Viv Miedema, that's one of the best players in the world. An absolute joy to watch. Obviously, we're not able to watch you this World Cup, which for me as a football fan is heartbreaking. But I think a lot of U.S. Women's National Team fans last night were happy about that. But I would love to hear from your perspective, a Dutch perspective, about the match last night and just your overall thoughts and feelings.
I mean, thank you for having me. Obviously, as you say, it was pretty tough for me to watch it last night. It was 3 a.m. in the morning here, so I watched the first half, fell back asleep, and then I watched the second half this morning. But yeah, pretty much a game of two halves, wasn't it? I think
Yeah.
for us leading into the game, like obviously, I mean, we've all got so much respect for you guys. Replay of the World Cup final in 2019, so I think everyone was really excited to go out, yeah, to get out there and show what we've got. And I think the first half, yeah, the girls done amazing. And then obviously the second half, you guys adjusted a bit, and yeah, it was really just holding back for us. And I think the last 50 minutes, we done everything we could to just get that result over the line, and they done that really well.
Yeah, I thought it was for the Dutch, for you all, you were really efficient. Even when you look at the amount of chances that were created, there wasn't a ton of chances, right? But you score in the first half. I thought you had an amazing opportunity in the second half to score. And to me, that's international football, right? You get a couple chances, you score a couple goals. So I thought from that perspective, pretty efficient. And I think you all from that team, it's a pretty similar team, other than yourself, that lined up, right? That's a pretty cohesive team that we saw.
Yeah, definitely. I think obviously, like, well, with my injury, like you missed one big player, but with Andries coming in, we've obviously changed our playing style a bit. I think
Hmm.
everyone expects us Dutchies to play in a 4-3-3, which we're obviously not doing at the moment, but I think it fits in the best players that we have at the moment. So we've got two young girls on the wing back positions, but as you say, everyone else has basically been out, yeah, around for like the last 5-6 years. So we've got experience, and I think we were deadly in the first half yesterday. Jill's goal was really good strike. Probably could have scored in the second half, but yeah, I think overall for us that was a big result.
Yeah, I agree, and a big performance. You mentioned switching up formations a little bit. I noticed that as well, and it's very contrary to Dutch football to change that system. But I thought it worked really well, especially for certain personnel that you have. Talk me through what you felt from the U.S. team. You know, for us, we're always so super critical of the U.S. team. But from what you traditionally have expected in these matchups to what you saw, walk me through what you thought of that team.
I mean, I think as I said, like there's been rightly so, like there's so much respect for you guys. You've got a young and exciting team out there. I think Rotman and Sophia Smith are obviously both really exciting talents, still really young. I think throughout the game you probably lacked a bit of width, which yeah, create like you didn't put our three back at
Yep.
yeah under any pressure. So I think like if they would have made it a bit wider and you could have run at them, as you know yourself as a winger, like you would have loved to get the ball and then go into 1v1.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you guys didn't create those opportunities. And obviously, the second half was a lot better from the USA side. I think Rose Lavelle made a big difference. But yeah, I think it's hard to see some of your players not being able to actually get into their strengths. Like I think if you look at Alex Morgan, like she's probably one of the best strikers in the world over the last couple, well, like more than a decade now. But she
Hmm.
obviously doesn't get the balls into the box that she probably needs. So you
Hmm.
kind of probably need to adjust a bit to the players that you have. And I felt like in our game that didn't happen.
Yep. That's funny that you said that. I think you heard my analysis, but you didn't. I thought the
Did I?
exact same thing. Yeah, I mean it's like
Yeah.
pretty much word for word. So I mean it's
That's funny.
funny to hear. I thought a lot of people were surprised. Obviously, they were thinking like, oh, well, going up against the three back in the Dutch with the speed, the kind of tenacity of our front line, like wow, that was like really risky for the Dutch. But if you don't provide width in that, you're not going to exploit them. And I think it was an interesting situation. Okay, so I've had you long enough. You're on vacation. We're so excited for you to come back to football. Me especially as an Arsenal fan. But I would love to hear. Do you have any bold predictions for the rest of the World Cup?
I mean, looking at the first couple games, I think for me, Brazil are still a dark horse. Like I think they can get really far in the tournament. Spain seems to be clicking, which always is a bit of hit or miss. But I actually think if you look at the team so far, it might be between them two and possibly Germany with that as well.
And what about the Dutch? How do you feel about them moving through the tournament?
I actually think we're very well organized, and I think obviously, as you said, the players we have switching back to that three back has given us a lot more security behind the ball. And I mean, the same as in 2019. I think if we're really, really good that day, we can beat anyone. But we do need to be top in the next coming games, and we'll just see whatever happens then. I don't want to put too much pressure on them.
I like that. Well, thanks so much for joining us. I know it's crazy for you, and best of luck on your return.
We'll just see whatever happens.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. Thanks again. Enjoy your holiday. Hope it wasn't too difficult. Let you sleep in.
No, all good. I'll just get back on the Bears now. So much needed.
All right. See ya.